prove our innocence in a world where sometimes judge you before they give you a chance.
To the public, giving them little wiggle room to respond in the court of the public opinion.
This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Last time you were talking about the movie It Ends With Us, which has turned into a big major story between Blake and Justin.
Wrested his movie away from him and decided to try to hurt him with petty, made up, out of context complaints when he pushed back even in the mildest.
Y'all, this story just took a turn that no one saw coming. Just when we thought things couldn't get any messier. Boom! Major legal drama, unexpected plot twists, and receipts dropping left and right. And let me tell you, what's happening right now could change everything. So, grab your popcorn, because we are diving deep into the scandal that has Hollywood shook.
Defend Justin Baldoni in this lawsuit with Blake Lively, because I think she's horrible and she's made up this whole thing because she tried to steal his movie. But he is the most overly feminized man I've had to endure in recent history. Everything he says is self-flagellating.
Is Blake really about to take down Justin Baldoni? Or is this case about to crumble in front of our eyes? Let's break it all down. All right, let's rewind for a sec, because this mess didn't just happen overnight. What started as a simple Hollywood project has now turned into a full-blown legal war, complete with accusations, courtroom drama, and a whole lot of he said, she said. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni were supposed to be working on It Ends With Us.
Until Blake Lively, right? We actually had, and I think we're still trying to pull it in, this old clip of her discussing how amazing Justin Baldoni was, because he didn't just want to take on this book project, but it was important for him to understand.
A movie adaptation of the best-selling Colleen Hoover novel. But somewhere along the way, things got nasty. Blake is out here claiming that Justin was part of a massive conspiracy to ruin her career, and that she has been the victim of a targeted smear campaign. She even went as far as demanding access to Justin's phone records to prove that he's been pulling strings behind the scenes to turn the public against her. But here's where things get wild.
Legal battle heads to a New York City courtroom today with the hearing on the lawsuit between actors Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. The U.S. District Judge in the case is holding a video conference on a motion for a protective order. Lively and Baldoni co-starred in the recent movie It Ends With Us, which he directed, she produced. In December, Lively filed a complaint accusing Baldoni of harassing her on set and then orchestrating a smear campaign against her. Baldoni denies the claims.
Because the court just hit her with a big reality check. And trust me, you're gonna want to hear what happens next. So a few weeks ago, Blake's legal team went full detective mode, filing subpoenas left and right, demanding Justin's phone records, emails, and even carrier pigeons. Yes, she basically wanted everything. According to her, these records hold the key to proving that Justin and his PR team have been orchestrating a campaign to destroy her reputation. And at first, people were like, wait.
Judge Lyman continues, including but not limited to call logs, text logs, data logs, and cell site information. On February 14th, the Wayfarer parties moved to squash the subpoenas as overly broad and invasive.
Could this be true? But here's the gag. When the judge actually looked at the request, they were like, hold up, this is doing too much. The court ruled that Blake's demands were a major invasion of privacy and completely shut down the idea of handing over all of Justin's communications. But before Team Baldoni could start celebrating, Blake did manage to secure a small win. The judge allowed her to access limited records related to certain individuals involved in the situation. So in short, she didn't get the full buffet, but she got a little snack. And honestly, she was not happy about that. Now, at this point, you'd think Blake's team would take the L and move on, right? No. Instead, they came back with a new strategy, one that might just make this whole thing even messier. Now, instead of accepting the court's ruling, Blake's team is basically throwing a fit.
Who's telling the truth? Is he some creep harasser who took a shot at somebody like Blake, jeopardizing his movie and his future career? Or is she just extremely high maintenance and someone who plays the victim when she doesn't get her way?
Claiming that Justin ran straight to the judge to block her from seeing the evidence. And now they're reworking their entire legal approach to dig even deeper into Justin's connections. But here's where things take a really wild turn, because while Blake is out here trying to gather proof, people are starting to question if she even has a solid case. And let me tell you, the internet is not being kind to her right now. So remember when Blake was confidently out here giving exclusive interviews, dropping hints about a cover-up, and even using major media outlets to shape the narrative?
Saying that Blake Lively had conspired with the New York Times to make him look like this bad individual when really it was all Lively. Well, now he's put all of that in a lawsuit against Lively, and like you said, Ryan Reynolds, in which he says, hold on a second, it wasn't me orchestrating a smear campaign against Lively. It was actually Blake Lively.
Well, that energy is not hitting the same anymore. Ever since the court ruled against her demands, people have been digging into her claims, and let's just say it's looking shaky. First off, a lot of folks are pointing out that if she really had evidence, why didn't she just present it up front? Like, girl, why are you only now saying you need to find proof? And second, her move to silence content creators is not sitting well with people. Yep, you heard that right. Blake's team just filed legal documents trying to go after YouTubers, journalists, and social media accounts that have been repeating Justin's side of the story. She's arguing that they're spreading misinformation, but people aren't buying it. One person even commented, wait, so she can leak text to the press, but no one else is allowed to talk about the case? The hypocrisy is wild. And honestly, they have a point.
The attorney said that we should get those by the end of next week. And now, of course, from Justin Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, we heard a little bit about their plan too. He talked about how they want this case moving forward as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, Justin's attorney, Brian Friedman, is not playing games. He's out here calling Blake's case a desperate attempt to find anything that will stick. And he's making it clear that his client has nothing to hide. In fact, sources close to Justin are saying that he's actually been compiling his own receipts. And let's just say, if he decides to drop them, things could get really bad for Blake. And y'all, remember when Blake first made these claims and some of her celeb friends were showing her support? Well, that support is starting to disappear. It's no secret that Blake Lively is well connected in Hollywood, but lately, her famous friends have been real quiet. At first, we saw subtle likes and comments backing her up, but now, some of her closest industry pals have stopped engaging with her posts and
that are offending my sensibilities, right? First and foremost, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have hired former CIA agents with a proven track record of lying to the public, gaslighting the public to help her with PR. Also, they moved to do this within the same 24 hours that I started randomly getting attacked for my coverage of Blake Lively.
Insiders are saying that they don't want to get involved in the drama. And then, just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Blake got hit with another unexpected backlash. So, Blake's upcoming movie, A Simple Favor 2, just dropped its first trailer. And normally you'd think fans would be hyped, right? But, not exactly, because the timing of this release is kind of insane. Not only is Blake in the middle of this huge legal scandal, but in the movie, she plays the villain. And listen, I don't know who's running PR over there, but the trailer's comment section got disabled. Yup, they don't even want people talking. And let me tell you, that is not a good sign. One person even joked, Anna Kendrick should lock Blake and Ryan in a basement for the premiere because this is not looking good. So where does this leave us? Right now, Blake is doubling down on her legal battle, Justin is standing firm, and the internet is not letting up on their opinions. The big question now is, will Blake's next legal move finally give her the evidence she needs? Or is this case falling apart faster than we thought?